Okay, sorry about that. I forgot that hitting exit on the pause screen took you out of the game completely. So, let's go ahead and try that again. Anyway, as I was saying, they added a couple things to this game. One being that once you beat your first playthrough of the game, you can play as Tails, who's this little fox guy right here. He was originally from the second game in the series, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and he's been a mainstay ever since. But this game, I think, came out after Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and was just Sonic all the way through. You couldn't play as any other characters. So seeing him as a bonus character, that was kind of neat. But anyway, as you can see, I've done a 100% run through of this game before, or at least I've gotten all the time stones. I have gone out of my way to go get all the robot generators and stuff like that, but for this playthrough, I don't really feel like doing that. I'm just gonna go for the time stones like a normal Sonic game. Anyway, let's go ahead and start. We're gonna play as Sonic. Yeah, let's watch this intro cutscene. I know you want Tails, but I can't let you, or I can't let you see him. Maybe next time. Besides, if I played as him, this wouldn't last near as long as playing as Sonic. Plus, I want to go fast. Can't just fly over things. Gotta show that blast process. Does he though? Does he? Hey, it's past Halloween. Can't be going through. Well, let's go to Little Planet. Obviously, it's looking pretty good for this time of the year. Well, this pretty much proves that point. Anyway, so let's go ahead and start by getting 50 rings. Very similar to the first Sonic the Hedgehog game. You go around collecting 50 rings, and then you go into a ring, or a giant ring, at the end of the stage, and it takes you to probably my second favorite special stage in a Sonic game. I've seen better in, believe it or not, Knuckles Chaotix. I really love those special stages. If you just noticed there, that's a sign that says passed. If you go a certain speed, or if you go as fast as you can, I should say, eventually you will start flashing, and then if you keep that up, you can go into the past, or if you go past a future sign, it'll take you to the future. The main one that you're going to want to look for, if you really care about those things, is the past signs, because they will take you to the past where you can destroy robot generators or Metal Sonic hologram projectors. They're another way of getting the best ending in the game. I prefer just getting the time stones in this game though. Oh, really? Whatever. Oh. What's my first. I'm not saying that. Oh, I just missed the ring. Wow. Whatever. I'll get it next time. That kind of stinks. Oh, my first bonus zone? On top of my favorite list, I would say the one in Knuckles Chaotix. I like the 3D perspective in it. Honestly, it's really easy to do. It was almost rivaled by the one in Sonic Mania, but I don't know. I think that one is a little clunky here and there. So I definitely prefer the Sonic or the Knuckles Chaotix bonus stages. Sorry if I'm being too quiet. I've kind of zoning into it and stuff. Which one sucks? Oh. Okay, I'm not going to the end without getting at least one bonus stage. It's gotta be 3 rings up here. Please? There we go. Killing your ping. Oh, thanks for the hearts. Alright, let's go ahead and do one of these special stages. These are pretty nice. So it takes a... oh, wow, okay. It takes a 3D perspective, sort of. But basically you're just going around trying to hit these UFOs. The blue ones have speed up power-ups in them. The purple ones have rings in them. You're not allowed to touch the water. If you touch the water, it actually takes away like 5 or 10 seconds from your timer. And that's not a very good example. Once you bash them all, it gives you the Chaos Ring, or the Time Stone. Oh, now you're giving me money. You keep your money. Anyway, so yeah, that's basically the special stages. I enjoy them. I think they're very easy to get accustomed to. The only thing that I find difficult about them is just getting to them in the first place. That can be said about any of the Sonic special stages. Anyway, as you can see, this last area here is pretty much a dark future version of the first world that we're in right now. Doesn't really mean much, because by the end of the game we'll have the rest of the time stones, and it'll all be good. Anyway, some great boss music there, by the way. Really creepy. What's your trick, Cap? Oh, you twerp. Sorry, my roommate just barged in and scared me. Oh, so you're the one on my stream. I thought that was Michael. I'm like, huh. He's really talkative tonight. Terrible. What you doing? Ah, nice. You should join. I mean, they probably won't be able to hear you, but you know, it'll be cool. Yeah, that's full of my consoles and stuff I took last night. Anyway, open that up, release the flowers. Now it all makes sense. I was like, how am I killing someone's thing on here? Oh, the watchers are... Oh, wow. Beginner's trap there. The two watchers means... I think it's you and me, so I'm probably just talking to myself right now. Yeah, I'll get more views. YouTube's where it really comes in. Later, lady. Bye. This is Sonic CD. I think it's on... Oh, no, this is on Xbox, but you can get it for PC. Yeah. No, this is like my second favorite Sonic game. It's pretty fun. Level design is a little odd. You'll see that later on, but I enjoy it. I just went... Oh man, what happened? Oh, that's so weird, I can hear myself. Oh. Alright. So, if there is anyone watching this stream right now, those little... This zone's pretty much the casino zone that you find in most of your Sonic games. Minus Sonic Mania, I'll give them credit for that. But, yeah, this is kind of the generic casino zone that's in a lot of those games. Getting a better mic. Really? Alright, I'll consider it. Okie dokie, you have fun. Well, he's gone off to do better things. But that's okay. We still got our blue hedgehog here. Zoom up. Oh, nope. Okay, maybe we're not getting those rings. Oh. Yeah. I'm not a really big fan of this particular area. Lots of obstacles that are just there to annoy you. This is terrible. Pretty sure this is what Purgatory looks like. Well, I'm not getting no bonus stage there. Unless I can find more rings, but I don't think I can. Oh, there's some up there, but they're not exciting. Oh well. We'll get it. Thanks, Hunter. And I'm sorry about your ping. But hey, like I said, this game don't take that long. At least when I play, anyway. Yeah, did it. Oh, I thought I got stuck there. Boom. No, don't take me to the past. Oh. Well, that's okay. We can have a Marty McFly moment for now. What? Ladybugs, man. Not as bad as those slicers, but almost. Actually, the slicers in this game are terrible. I'd take them over the ladybug bombs any day. If we're lucky, I might be able to show off some robot generator stuff in here. Not really important for this particular playthrough, but still pretty cool to show off. There we go. Oh, there was a Metal Sonic generator. After you blow those up, the animals start running around and having fun and stuff. Once you destroy the robot generators, though, all the bad guys in the levels, they all go away. That doesn't mean that all the obstacles go away, but at least you don't have to worry about those slicers or the ladybugs or anything. Ugh. I try to stay away from those signs. I really don't like going for the robot generators and stuff. I'd rather just get the stones. Anyway, every time you go to the past or the future, something changes. So in the past, you know, machines don't really work. And, in the future, things are darker. Things are a little bit harder to get by and stuff. But in the past, it's a little friendlier. In some cases. Anyway, get that one. Doo-doo! Second bonus stage. There might be moments where I do go back to the title screen to reset some of these stages, because that's something that you can do in this game. Technically, you can kind of cheat, I guess, and you can retry these special stages as much as you want. It's definitely not like a Genesis game. Probably one of the reasons why I like this so much, and why it's so easy to me. I mean, technically I don't have to do that, because if you do get down to a certain amount of time that remains on your clock, there will be a blue UFO with red markings on it that will show up in the middle of the map. And if you blow it up, it'll give you more time. And if you heard that sound effect, that's it right there. But I missed it, so hopefully I don't run out of time. I really don't want to have to redo this. Oh, man. Okay. Whew. Line it up. Oh, no. I'm gonna run out. Oh, nope. We're not letting that happen. I know, it's bad of me to cheat, but I'm not going through Collision Chaos again just to get that. Well, I wouldn't be able to anyway. But I could do that so much better. Like right now. Getting them all just like left and right. Like a real champion. Oh, missed it. There we go. Ugh. There! Now we got the second one. That's another good thing about these special stages. It's really easy to rack up lives in this game. I mean, you know, there's some people out there that would probably say that any of the Sonic games is really easy to get lives, but I find this one to be a little bit easier. Anyway, least favorite boss in the whole game. This one has those pinball mechanics that every Sonic game seems to have at least one, or at one point or another. So your goal is to bounce your way up to the man with the mustache up there. By the way, if you guys don't know, that guy's name is Robotnik, and he's the main bad guy of all the Sonic games. Well, with the exception of a couple, but I don't like talking about those games. Anyway, yeah, as you can see, I do not... This stage is a little hard to control. It's not the worst, but it definitely takes time. But yeah, you were supposed to use those bumpers and bump your way up into them, and then it just bounces you all the way up. To be fair, the boss stages in this game are really easy to do. Most of them are just a little tedious. Anyway, now we get to the underwater level of the stage, or of this game. Very similar to Labyrinth Zone from Sonic 1. Although it's a lot easier to stay above water than it is in Labyrinth Zone. And the boss is actually fun in this one. Oh. Sonic, really? It's alright, we'll have a lot more opportunities to get time gems, or time stones, whatever you call them. I don't really want to risk going down there that soon. I think I can get up there. Yep, but it was useless. So that blue thing that was floating back there, they'll fly next to you and they'll drop their pellets off and they do damage to you. To replenish your air, you, ooh, you almost got me. You stand next to these things, wait for the big bubble to come up, and then you jump into it. Because that's the problem with the underwater stages in Sonic games. You can and will run out of air. Fortunately, though, levels like this are really nice about giving you more surface area, so you don't have to go through the torment of drowning underwater. But it can happen, so just make sure you're ready for it. Alright, I have a feeling this is the end of the level, and I really... Yep, it is. So, let's go and look for some more rings. You want to get them early on. It just makes the end... Or it makes things a lot easier in the long run. Yeah, there we go. That, and it makes, well, it gives a good ending, or good last level, or last acts of the stages, which just have better music and stuff. Not as creepy. Alright, next stage. Same as before, bumping into these bad boys without getting into the water. There's a couple gimmicks in this stage that I'm kind of passing over. Every now and then you'll see a fan on the ground. If you jump on it or run over it, it'll shoot you up into the air and basically make you hover, so you can kind of guide yourself into them. There's black marks on the ground, and if you walk or jump on those, it'll knock you over, and you'll lose rings. So, best to be a little careful, because you want to save those rings to get 1-ups and stuff. Not that you'll really need them in this game. Like I said, this game's pretty beginner friendly. I don't know how you get that ring box, but it's there just to taunt you. But we are going to try and get those boxes here. And not get hit by that. This thing doesn't hurt you, it just pushes you. But, that becomes a... oh, never mind. Can kind of become a bit of a problem. That cheeky little toad. I can't even get in there to get anything. And he follows you too. That's weird. Fortunately, a little bop on the bottom will take care of our problem. Ooh, don't do that. That thing that I just passed was a checkpoint. So, if I die in the event that I do, it'll start me over there instead of from the beginning of the zone. A lot of you guys that are probably watching, or that watch this right now are probably already aware of this kind of stuff. I'm probably just stating the obvious, but you never know. Some people may not know. Alright, I really want to get up there, please. Please? There we go. Ah, never mind. I don't want to come up here. I want to go to the past. But I don't want to. I don't want to go into the future. Oh, alright. Ooh, there was something. Oh, just out of reach. Those guys will zoom after you, so it's best to jump on them to get them out of the way. Don't let that ceiling crush you, because it can and will kill you. Oh, there's like 2 rings up there, man. Ooh, that's kind of spooky. I mean, I'm sure it wouldn't hurt me, but whew, thanks. I was gonna drown there. While the enemies aren't really a problem in this game, the obstacles can be. So, let's say I was in between that, or those 2 surfaces there, that can crush you and kill you. Pretty self-explanatory, but... anyway. Out of this area, going into this... doing yet another special stage. One thing I do enjoy about these special stages, there's no way to prematurely end your special stage here. So, unlike Sonic Mania, there's no holes in the ground that you can fall through or anything like that. It's basically just take your time and, well, don't take your time. Obviously, you got a time limit, but you know, really strategize and make sure you get them all. Always that one that's in like a really annoying area. Ooh. And it goes by using racing mechanics, so if you hit grass or something on the side, it'll slow you down. Which is helpful. Makes aiming your shots and whatnot a lot easier. So the last thing you want to do is jump into that water. Wonder how many lives I'll have at the end of this. I've already lost one. But it was easily replaced, so... Oh, there was life up there too. I think there's one over here. Nope, just Robotnik. I am really lucky that did not kill me. That could have been very, very bad. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no! I'm stuck here now. Oh no! I soft-locked myself. No! Get me out of here. Huh. I've never had that problem before. That's kinda lame. Alrighty, well, let's just go to the main menu and restart that level. Wow, my streams are just getting buggier and buggier every time. At least I got that one up this time. Seriously though, I've never had that happen before. Hope it never happens again. Really, I don't need to be wasting my time getting these rings and stuff, but who knows, maybe I'll be able to keep them all. This boss is one of the easier bosses in the Sonic franchise. Dare I say, in any game, to be honest. Oh, come on! Lost my shield. Now, that is not the end of Robotnik, unfortunately. But, here's why this boss is so easy. You can never drown in this area. Because he's got these bubbles that you absorb. The only problem is, unless you have a shield, you're gonna lose rings. If you're anything like me, because I'm terrible at planning out those projectiles. Well, I guess I just don't really care. Ooh. But yeah, after so many bubbles are taken away, he'll start to lower down. I just happen to get them all. Boop. Yet another zone complete. Another boss taken away. One of the quicker areas. Definitely not the quickest, but it's a little bit quicker than the last two. Oh. There's moving floors, which will move you left or right, and there's switches that will change the direction of how they move if you walk past them, or run past them in this case. Hopefully I won't trigger the future. Okay, there we go. Nope. Yeah, see, so there's a switch. Take me up now, or wherever. Almost lost my foot in there. Best thing for this area is to remain on the upper levels of it. A lot of this game revolves around different pathways that you can take, and that's to be said about any Sonic game. You can go just about anywhere in these games, but in Sonic CD, there's multiple, there's certain levels that have multiple. Ooh, that's weird. I've never had that happen. Sorry. But there's areas where you can get multiple exits, depending on where you go. So if you stay up on the on the top, you can get a certain exit. If you stay on the bottom, you can get a normal exit, I guess. It's only in like 2 or 3 stages, to be honest, but doesn't hurt to explore. See what kind of new things you can find. So this one's one of the harder bonus stages. And the end of the day, it's not a really difficult stage, but it's a little annoying because the saucers, they move a little bit faster, or some of them do. That one, he's getting away. And in this stage, they changed the color palette of the water. It's black in this one. Gives it kind of a Tron look to it. You can see the little colored lines and stuff in the water. Oh, come on. By the way, that jumping sound effect gets really annoying after a while. Oh, I need to get that saucer. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and main menu that. Just to be on the safe side. I think you could do that in the original Sonic CD. I wouldn't know entirely though. Someday I really want to get me a CD attachment. Get the original version of this game. I'm a collector, so it's just another item to add to the list of collectibles. Only problem is they're really expensive nowadays. Like, you go onto videos and stuff for like collectors places and stuff like that. These things are really expensive compared to what they've been saying. Maybe they're just using different websites or something. I stick to Amazon for the most part. I know I should technically be using eBay for collectors stuff, but I don't really trust eBay all that much. If anything, it kind of scares me. Never know when somebody could take your information or whatever. Alright, let's see if we can get this guy. Oh, nope. Give me the old switcheroo. I typically try to save the speed ones for the blue saucers for last. Specifically because of how fast they make you. These ones always give me such a pain. Okay. One more. Nope. Wow, we outlasted the song. Ah, come on. I don't want to run out of time. I'm not here. No! No! Oh, come on! Ugh. You only got his time, man. Whatever. I can do it again. I hope. There's only one area of this game where oh, wow. Where I know I'll have a hard time getting 50 rings. Because that's the only way to get those big special rings at the end. You do have to get 50 rings. It's a caterpillar or something like it. And anyway, yeah, keeping 50 rings in some of these stages is a real pain. Like that. Should've saw that coming. Oh, please stop. Oh no. Could have been worse. Come on, man, I need rings. Okay, let's try this. So if you do get unfortunate enough to get a signpost that you don't want, let's say you want to go to the future but you get a past one instead, if you go at the speed that it needs you to go to and then you cancel it at like the last minute, it'll take the sign away. Good little trick. Those blocks there that stick out are collapsible, so don't fall for their tricks. Those guys will shoot at you. They don't bump into you first. Oh! That was... I swear, this is probably one of the worst playthroughs I've done of this game. Oh, we still got a chance. Let's just not go back to the future. Save that for Michael J. Fox and Dan Aykroyd, I believe his name is. It's really sad I have to question that. Oh no! Alright, we got 50 rings, and the shield. Feeling pretty confident. As long as we don't mess this up, we should be okay. We should be able to get our next, time stone. I cannot talk today. Probably how late I stayed up yesterday. Oh no! Get it! Whew! If you do run past that, you do have a certain amount of time before Sonic will run off the stage and completely ignore the ring. Anyway, this is a beautiful color palette, by the way. Truly showing off the graphics engine, I guess. I kind of like it though. Some people may say it gives you, or it'll give them a headache or something, but I can dig it. Reminds me of Atari almost. Actually, no. What this reminds me of is those paint programs that we had back in school on the Emacs. They'd have like this way of erasing your project, and it would basically like blend all the colors together, and it would look a lot like this, and then it would just all disappear. Oh, that didn't count. He's messing with me, man. There we go. Whew. And if you do get the last UFO when you're below 20 seconds, that blue and red one in the background that you just saw, that one does not count toward your final UFO count. So if you leave him alone, it'll be fine. You'll still get the emerald, or the stone. Easy one up over here. By the way, fun fact, I think this is the first Sonic game in all the Sonic games that Sonic actually has a voice actor for. So, pretty neat. Not very impactful. I don't really hear a lot of people talking about Sonic CD, but still pretty neat to know. There was a time before Sonic Adventure where he only talked in the 3D games. This boss is kind of fun. You bump him and start it, and then your goal is to run that conveyor belt as fast as you can without getting bombed. And then that burns the underside of his control thingy. As you can see, he's bumping around because it's starting to wear away at the bottom. We're getting close. Eventually he'll start to panic, and then you'll realize that he's... that's how you figure out how close you are to finishing him. There is also spikes behind you, if you haven't noticed. If you do let the conveyor belt push you back far enough, you will get hit by them. Anyway, not too hard. It's just a matter of finding that rhythm in how you control Sonic. Anyway, I think the next stage is Stardust Speedway. It's either that or Wacky Workbench. Yep, Wacky Workbench. Good music, just really bad level layout. The floor is essentially magnetized or anti-magnetized, whatever you want to call it. So when you jump on it, it bounces you up. And as you can see, it bounces you up really high. So there are platforms that you can go through and you'll land on. It's not so bad, but every now and then there's an electric obstacle that will be in your way, and if you land on the ground, it'll launch you straight up into it. That little nozzle right there, see, there you go. That's one of those platforms you jump through. That little nozzle right there that's shooting the blue stuff will freeze you, and just make your day terrible. But you can, fortunately, use this floor to your advantage. If you go at it like super fast, ooh, see, that's the electric fencing stuff I was talking about. If you find yourself unlucky enough to get bounced into that at the wrong time, yeah, you're gonna lose all your rings and have a bad time. So, let's try not to get electrocuted. See if we can utilize these Tetronimos, I guess. Whatever you want to call them. This is probably my least favorite stage in the whole game. Or least favorite area in the whole game. It's almost impossible to get a special stage at the end of these, unless you're one of those AGDQ guys, then, you know, this is probably super easy. I got a lot of respect for those guys. They definitely know their games. They do a lot of research. Oh no! All that progress is gone. Those actually... Oh! Those, platform... or the pistons that we just passed, those actually don't hurt you if they crush you. They'll actually push you through the map. What happened? I didn't touch anything. Whatever. Keep going. Not a very good, good area. At least we got some invincibility. So we can save all 4 of our rings. Wonderful. Okay, let's take this carefully. Not get flung off this time. Not get bombed. Oh man, I swear, if I lose a life here. No, do not take me to the past. So the secret to beating this stage is to actually be a monitor. Like you saw over there, that monitor wasn't getting bumped up into the air when the ground was energized. Anyway, we're not getting a special stage after that. Well, on this stage anyway. That's okay. I didn't really want it on there anyway. Now this next one though, maybe we'll get it. I hope we get it anyway. I'm gonna be a little greedy here and take my time to go get some rings. To be honest, this level wouldn't be that hard if it weren't for the electric fencing stuff. If that were gone, I'd probably have a lot more rings. Oh, I missed those. What was I thinking? I'm being very, very careful here, because I've made a lot of really good progress here, and I don't want to lose it. Well, I might lose it here. Whew, okay. Gently. Gently. Please don't hurt me. Okay. where the gray hair is growing right now. I almost lost my rings there too. I honestly think this stage is just here to stress out Sonic players. Is this the end? Yes, it's the end, and we actually left this area with some rings. A lot of rings, too. Not enough to get a 1-up, I wouldn't think, but, oh, never mind. Whew. Now for technically the final, special stage. It skips over the one that you failed. You'll get it after this one, though. Well, you have to go and do another stage and get the special ring again, but that's okay. That is fine by me. I'd rather have to get it again than have to go through 2 of these in a row. Well, I don't know. I'd probably want to go through 2 of these in a row. These are, honestly, these are a lot of fun in my opinion. Ask me that when I bought this game, then that might have been a different story. But I've learned to really grow on these. These are not that technically impressive. I mean, it's kind of doing a Sonic 3D Blast. It's not really 3D, but it does make it look like it is. Alright. So yeah, for this one, I may go back to the menu screen quite a few times. I'm gonna try not to. I think I might have to. I'm definitely gonna have to go back. I use judgment in this stage. This one has taken a lot of energy out of me during every single one of my playthroughs. It's kind of a sigh of relief level, where once you're done, you're like, oh, thank goodness I don't have to go back to that until I play it again. You can definitely tell why. Oh, really? Depth perception kind of plays a role in this very well, because you never know when you're gonna miss. So those moments where you think, and then you realize that you just messed up. Alright, let's go get that UFO again. Yeah! Oh, but we're gonna lose. Get him! Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, that one's the hardest one, because there's only so much surface area that isn't covered in water. Alright, one more. We can do it. Just gotta get that UFO, and then we can hopefully not botch this one. Alright, I'm sticking over here for a minute, because I have a feeling we're gonna need that time UFO again. Make it a point to try and go toward the center of the stage when my time goes down to the 20s. Seriously, this guy needs to go. Ah! Worst UFO ever. Worst UFO ever. Really? I just want to pop you, that's all. Alright, what if we just wait here? Will he come by? No, he won't. Alright, let's go toward the center again. By the way, those red circles are bounce pads. Not really handy, I mean, unless you can really aim your shots, but I always have a hard time with them. Oh, this is terrible. This is just absolute misery! Alright. Come on, money! Yeah! There we go. Whew! Now we just gotta get one more. Fortunately, these next stages go by really, really fast, and there's plenty of rings. Oh, never mind. Still got the boss stage. I think there's a pretty easy one-up to get over here. I think it's over there. I hope. I don't know. I could be just completely wrong. Yep, I was wrong. That's okay. We're at least getting a lot of rings. I think there's always at least 2 extra lives that you can get from these stages. Whether it being getting 200 rings, or 100 rings, or just getting the 1-up boxes. Anything? Nope. Well, we have a butt ton of rings now. Anyway, this is I would say this is more like a puzzle boss. So your goal is to stand on these platforms. They'll launch you up. Make sure you jump on the next one, because the one that you're on will be weighted down by you. And then you just come up and bounce on his head. Eventually, spikes will start falling down instead of rocks. It's kind of like Mystic Cave Zone from Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Just a little bit quicker. Yeah, see, there's those spikes. And careful of those platforms, they will crush you. This one, you just stay on this platform, bounce up into him, and you're done. And then he does the cha-cha. Then you're left with Sonic sitting there wondering, why wasn't I invited? We're almost up to another 1-up. I think it's every 50,000 you get one. So this is Stardust Speedway. This is probably one of my favorites in terms of levels. It's very fast. It's okay, never mind. This level stinks. This level is very similar to Starlight Zone from the first game. There's a couple extra gimmicks though. You hit those, you can go through walls. Hit them again, you can go up them like slopes. Alright, hopefully we can get some rings. Those bugs, I think, try to zoom through and stuff here and there. This is one of the very few levels in the game where the American soundtrack does not play, but it's only in the past. So if you're ever playing the game, you go into the past and wonder, why is the music so different? It's because they didn't make any past music for it. Oh, nope. We never leave a ring behind. Oh! Okay, so in the next level, if I don't get 100 rings, or if I don't get... What happened there? If I don't get the special stage before the end, or by the end, I will restart that level and try to get it. I'd rather get it in Starlight Zone than any other, or any of the last few levels. It's a lot easier to get in this one. And in one of the levels, we're actually gonna try and get out of the normal path. So I don't believe there's a ceiling in this game, so you can go as high as you want. Ah, I just want to get up to that red one. Whoa. Totally fast, dude. Oh. Totally lame, dude. I am very happy that did not hurt me. Alright, where do I go? Stop. Maybe we're supposed to stay here forever. There we go. So yeah, if you haven't noticed already, these guys will follow you around, and they'll try to laser you. Oh, don't take me to the past. Okay, whew. Alright, there's one area I want to go to first. I'd have been very sad if he'd have poked out there at the wrong time. Hopefully this doesn't take us to the end immediately. No! Oh, come on, man. That's so cold. It's those ladybugs, man. Scourge of all hedgehogs everywhere. Actually, I think they're a part of their diet, so can't be that much of a scourge. Where was that shield earlier? Oh, ouch. That almost got me. I know I'm kind of going out of my way to go through the beginning of the area again. Oh, you know what? Let's restart this. I will succeed. I have to. not give you guys a headache. Okay, so there's shield power up here. That's great. By the way, if you are interested in the robot generators, this is where you'd go in the past to destroy it. This is what it looks like in the present day, and the future, I think. Unless you blow it up in the past, then it just doesn't show up at all. Interesting tidbit. Alright, let's not lose all of our rings this time, and hopefully get that special stage. Leave me alone. Alright, I get that this was an ambitious game for the time, but like, their level design is kinda bad in this game. Starting to see what people are starting to say now. Preferably just this spot, though. Okay. So weird, he normally just stays in a ball when that kind of stuff happens. But he's Sonic, he can do whatever he wants. Within legal reasons, obviously. Okay, 34 rings. I lost my shield. I don't know how that... I've never seen that bad guy before, so I'm not gonna bother with him. So long as that ladybug does not hurt me, I'm happy. A rule of thumb in this game, or any of the Sonic games, is to stay in a ball when you can. I'm trying to get into that little crevice there. There's the invincibility. I really want to get it. That's all I want. What if I just stand, like... Oh, no! There we go! Now we can go super, super fast. And be invincible, too. Preferably with getting some rings. You get away from me, man. Man, I just want some rings. I'll take any rings that you have. I'll even take onion rings. Actually, that sounds really good right now. Ah. Oh no! Ah! I just needed 5 more. Okay, it's fine. Man, that stinks. Whatever. We'll make up for it in the next 2 stages, I hope. I'm probably gonna lose a lot of lives here too. This stage is kind of a unique boss fight. So this is basically a race against this guy here, Metal Sonic. Meanwhile, Robotnik and the machine shooting that laser there is going to follow you and try and kill you with that laser. Your goal is to make sure that you don't get caught by that laser, because that is an instant kill. Meanwhile, if you're in front of him, he'll zoom forward. Metal Sonic will zoom forward and try to hit you. If you're slow, he'll stall and he'll turn into a little electric ball there, and he'll try to knock you off as well. He acts basically as a normal Badnik. As long as he's not doing any of those attacks, he can't hurt you. But bear in mind, he can do those attacks, and he can hurt you. Very easily, by the way. And every time you get hit, you get knocked back a little bit. So, you want to make sure that you beat him. That is the first time I've ever done that without getting hit. At least on the Xbox version. Hence the achievement there. Anyway, we rescued this chick whose name is Amy. She's very annoying, very damsel in distress-ish. But she's not the worst character in the series. I still think that's Big the Cat. Anyway, this is Metallic Madness, I believe is what it was. Pretty menacing music here, but a good sign, because it's the last game. That being said, it is definitely not a pushover. There's a lot that can hurt you here. There are spikes in the middle of place P. Plenty of badniks, plenty of booby traps. Lots of things that can crush you. Oh. And slopes. That's Alright. Basically, the gist of it is, this place is a horrible place. This is the epitome of all evil zones and stuff. There's wasps with whatever they are, coming by and try to hit you. That's supposed to act like a platform. It is not. It is a beginner's trap that launches that ball from the background to the foreground, trying to kill you. It's a very lame trap. In Sonic Mania, they actually make them work right, and they use them forms. Oh, this is a waste of time. So, yeah. I gotta say, they did a really good using old stuff in game. Okay. There we go. That's what I was hoping for. Lots of disappearing blocks and stuff. That's pretty much the only thing they're going to be used for, though. They don't really put spots where they disappear on you in really inconvenient places. These will get annoying because they do rotate away. Just so annoying. But you can do it. Ooh. You gotta be careful, because sometimes that'll launch you up into some spikes. No one wants that. Let's try and take care of him before he messes anything up. Do I risk it? Yeah, I'll risk it. Who knows, there's probably something really good over here. Speed shoes! Oh no, not you. that's enough of straying off path for now. Glad that wasn't spikes. I'm gonna say that, and then I'm gonna launch myself up into some spikes. Or this guy's gonna get me. Whew, okay. Who would have thought the Sonic game would be so intense? It is, though. Oh, thank goodness they do have mercy. Alright. Final special stage. We've already been to this one. Shouldn't take too long. Get the emerald stone from here. We just gotta make sure that we time our jumps right. Keep an eye on that timer. Ow. See, I'd have rather that happened on that black square without rings. That way it at least lets me get rings. But I'm really glad if that would have been like an instant out for the special stage. Oh. Have I mentioned how much these special stages are so great, especially this one? Almost lost some time there. I'm gonna have to go for that UFO in the center. See, they're not very nice about placement in some of their levels. Ugh, come on. Okay, there's another one. Let's go get the time one more time. Maybe a couple more times after that. Who knows? Oh, terrible! Oh no. Okay, but just gotta... Stop! Oh, thank goodness. Landed in the water, but that's okay. You can just go back. So it infinitely spawns. See, it doesn't even matter what kind of speed you hit either. You just lightly tap them and they'll explode into a blaze of fire. No, perfect. Oh well. Oh, but I'm gonna miss it. Whew, I almost lost there again. Come on, be a bro. Come on. Yeah, we got them all. Whew. I'm sure Sonic is just as relieved as I am at this point. Got them all. So now, unlike most Sonic games, when you collect all the stones, there's usually an option to turn into Super Sonic, which is basically awesome, super powerful version of Sonic. If you've ever watched Z. He basically turns into a Super Saiyan. Unfortunately, that does not happen in this. They're not Chaos Emeralds, they're just Time Stones. Really, they're just there to get the best possible ending. Which is fine. I mean, I don't really care about Super. I've never gotten any of the other games. I really wish I could have. Wow, I did not kick off there. But fortunately now, I don't have to worry about ring count. And I can actually beat this stage like I always. There's one exploit that you can do here, if I can get to it, where you can skip all this stage by timing your jumps right on a certain platform. Oh, there was one up there. Oh well. But I seem to be having a lot of trouble with this. It might not even be worth it at this point. At least I'm not a speedrunner. Wow, this is like definitely one of the playthroughs I've done. I'm really trying. Alright, we're here. To be fair, I really do like this last area. All 3 acts are pretty neat. The only thing I have issue with is getting to the final boss on the last stage. Bottomless pit that is really easy to fall into. And it happens to me at least once every time I play. Hopefully it won't time, you never know. Anyway, we're almost to that spot. In fact, I think my calculations are correct. They should be over here. Oh. This is a cool little speedrunning trick. If you normal on those and go all the way up landing on it, it'll shoot you up in the air. Well, you can launch yourself across the map. Like so, and then onto the ceiling. Actual ceiling here. Obviously, you get the whole lot, as you just saw. It is a nice way to evade and whatnot. So, pretty neat. Now we're on to the final area, and as you can see, this is the good ending area. Huh, for a second I thought I was playing the bad ending music. This doesn't really do a whole lot. It's mostly, but still pretty neat. Anyway, we play a little bit of stacking block. We gotta stop doing that. Anyway, here's that dreaded spot. Come on, you can do it. Don't fail me now. Worst part, because there's that closing door there. And there's the bottomless pit. So, yeah, I am gonna do it here. As long as I don't get a game over. Although a game over much in this game. I mean, with the save feature and stuff, you don't really have to worry about reading the whole game. Unlike the games, those were just a pain in the rear when you got a game over. There is a life over here, by the way. It's very hard to get, but it's very satisfactory. Got where you land, and you should be fine. You would think that getting the good ending, or all the sound stones would eliminate some of these hazards here, but it doesn't. Maybe if you get all the generators, but I wouldn't know, because I normally don't do that. Whoa, come on. That was mean. intro strats. Fortunately, you should never, or you should use all your lives in this level, simply because of that 1-up. So, you keep with it, should be fine. Oh, come on. That was terrible. Sorry, guys. I really should have practiced this far before. I did practice like the earlier levels, all the way up until what was it? Probably Collision Chaos Zone, or not Collision Chaos. Marble Cordon or whatever. Quartz Mine. There we go. I think anyway. Go. Oh, you could have made it, man. It's all about finding out when it's gonna open. When's the best time to jump into it. Unfortunately, that is not... No! Come on! Ah! Person could lose his mind in this game. Ah. No. Man. This is getting to be quite the bother. But yeah, like I said, this is the hardest part of this stage. The boss is a total pushover. Getting to him is basically the boss of itself. And no, it's not a badnik. Stage is technically a... Oh, thank goodness I made it. Who would have thought? But no badnik, it's specifically just platforms. This used to give me trouble, and it kinda does. It's mostly just keeping your rings, though. Think of it as a pre-boss, kind of a warm-up. No, it has nothing, boss. I swear, hit here. Oh, please tell me I had a checkpoint there. Oh, no. It's the equivalent of a Sonic the Hedgehog facepalm. Ding! Don't worry, we'll get through. Just gonna take a little bit of time. I don't even know why I'm going for those. I really don't need them. No. No. You can get crushed. Oh, you're so merciful this time. Why couldn't you be that way earlier? Alright, I should be able to get it this time. Yeah. Okay. Now for the final boss. Last time we'll hear that creepy, creepy music. Wow, that was lucky. Normally you get hit and then you use your invincibility frames to jump into them again. That doesn't happen often when you do actually get in between those. Okay, I want to wait for him. I think I can do this without losing rings. Oh, never mind. Just wasted my time. Well, now he'll come down. There we go. So yeah, pretty standard boss fight, not too terrible. It's mostly just evading his projectiles and waiting. Lots and lots of waiting. Almost there. Now he's gonna go pogo status, and we're gonna bash him once more. But we have somebody we gotta take off this planet.
You can handle when you use your mind. Mr. Bad, got it good, but this ain't his neighborhood. He's taking over. No, no. Time is now. He can hide, find the power deep inside and make it happen. Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom. Power keeps you running faster.
So yeah, that was Sonic CD. Now we just get a little roll call of all the zones and some of the bosses, or badniks that we went against. I really like the animation in these. I love the animation in all of it. If anyone remembers, there was actually a Sonic OVA that was released in America called Sonic the Hedgehog the Movie. It was originally a 2-episode OVA, I believe, and it used very similar art direction and animation compared to this. And if you play the music from this game, it kind of matches some of the scenes. But yeah, very, very nice animation. Great way to showcase how awesome Sonic is. Well, how awesome he was, anyway. Heck, even Mania did something similar to this. Not the whole stage rope recall at the end, but it did do some ending scenes and whatnot. They look pretty cool, kind of like these ones. I would say they look a little bit better. But, yeah. This was the one that first did it, so. Yeah. So, that was this is basically just the credit scene. There is an end credit, or there's an end, scene that you get to see, and depending on what future you got, let's say you go through, you take out all the robot generators, or you did what I did and got all the time stones, you get a good ending, which is what we're gonna see in a minute. If you don't, you get another ending, and it's obviously the bad ending. And it'll tell you to try again. But since we are awesome, it even says so right here. You're too cool. We got the good ending. So yeah, and as you can see, yet another complete file save. Good for bragging rights. But in the Xbox version, and think in some areas of the original game, you could unlock certain things. I believe there was a time attack in the original game. Here, though, if you go through all these and have a total time under 25 minutes, you unlock some special bonus. And then you get access to the special zone stages. And if you get under 5 minutes, you unlock even more stuff. I'm not going to show those off because those are all just the levels we've already been through. Very fun though, and it's really good practice. You do have to beat the game in order to get all the levels though, but that's alright. Yeah. And in this particular version of the game, well, the newer release, you can change between the American soundtrack and the Japanese soundtrack. Pretty neat, because both soundtracks are different. Japanese one is considered to be more of the video gamey type soundtrack. I kinda enjoy... I enjoy both of them, but it really depends on what track's playing. You know, you've got the awesomeness of the original, or of the American intro music, Sonic Boom, and in the Japanese version you've got Sonic Warriors, or You Can Do Anything, which is pretty cool. It pumps you up, but I think Sonic Boom is just a little bit better. The only thing I have to complain about in the American soundtrack is the boss music and the game over music. The game over music in this, or in the American release of this game, is terrifying. Definitely not one that you'd want to hear before bed. And the same goes for the boss music too. It sounds like something that would come straight out of a, I don't know, some kind of horror game or something. And you know, combine that with the anti-piracy message that you can look at in sound test. You know, that adds even more creepiness to it. I'll show that off in a minute, but yeah. Compared to the Japanese soundtrack, I think those two songs are pretty bad for a Sonic game. They have their place. And obviously the American version of the soundtrack is supposed to be more serious, whereas the Japanese one is supposed to be, you know, more innocent and, you know, uplifting, I guess. So, that being said, the boss music for the Japanese soundtrack is a lot better in my opinion. I think it's corny, because it is essentially like a rap song almost. It's definitely got a catchy beat. But I'll let you guys hear that on your own. Basically just look up Sonic CD Japanese boss fight music. It's all in English too, by the way. None of the songs in this game, American or Japanese, have any Japanese lyrics. It's all it's all English, so you can totally understand it. And they do have really good messages in their songs. So, but anyway, that's enough about the soundtrack. Let's swap that over. Show off some of the extras real quick. You have the DA Garden, which is basically just a form of sound test. Not all that impressive. You can move around the little planet and stuff. Change the music and all that fun stuff. I don't really care too much about that, but hey, they kept it in Sonic Mania, so it's gotta have somebody's attention. There's visual mode, which has you know, intro sequences and stuff like that. So you've got your opening sequence, you've got a pencil test, which is basically the opening sequence just without color. Then you have the good ending and the bad ending. You can look those up on your own time. I don't really care too much about them. Then you have stage select. Pretty neat. You can choose between 3 different versions of all the stages, except for the final act of those stages, or those zones. So, that being the boss zone. There's no present boss fights or anything. It's either in the future or the past. But you can choose any of these levels. I don't think it counts to your save file, but that doesn't really matter. And I don't think you can select special stages here either, but that's alright. Neat little tidbit. I'd prefer just playing in time attack mode. And then the last of the extras that will show off is sound test, which unlocks certain things if you punch in certain sound codes and stuff. I haven't done these in a while, but I will show off one, which is the anti-piracy message in this game. As far as I'm aware, anyway, I don't know what it really is. I've just been led to believe that it's an anti-piracy message. I just gotta look it up real quick. Might as well play something in the background just until we find it. Da, da, da. Used to be like one of the first things you could find. I'll just check this out real quick. Okay, I get it now. So, put in for PCM, which is basically just sound effects, stuff like that. And then data number is music tracks and stuff. So you put in 1226 or 1225, and then it brings up this creepy message, which is translated from what I've read on the internet. That top line at the very top reads, "Fun is infinite." And then underneath that it says Sega Enterprises. And then in the bottom corner it says signed Mudjin, which, depending on how you look at it, could mean one of two things. One, it could be the nickname of a developer, or two, it could mean devil, or something like that in Japanese. I think it's just a developer name, unless they really wanted to scare pirates away from this game. But yeah, so basically the image in the background is Sonic. That's supposed to be wearing a Mario mask or something. I don't know. But I know that when I first heard about this, I checked it out, and it was pretty spooky, not gonna lie. And, you know, I'm pretty sure a lot of reviewers say this, but let's say you're a kid in the middle of the night, just messing around in sound test, and you come across this, yeah, you're not sleeping for the rest of the month. With the music, anyway. The image itself is kind of creepy, but, yeah. In the Japanese version, it'll play the Japanese boss music, which lightens it a little bit, but anyway. Yeah. So, that's pretty much it. I can show off a little bit of Tails real quick. Fortunately, he just jumps in, but I'm not going to do a whole thing with him. I'll probably just do this one level. The only difference between him and Sonic is Tails can fly. Which means that, as a consolation, you cannot get any achievements with them. You can definitely go out of your way to do a total completion mission with run through with them, but as far as achievements go, it won't mean anything. It's just basically the easy mode for him, or for players. He does have all of Sonic's moves in this game, as far as I'm aware. He has the spin. And then I think he has the peel out. Oh, no, he doesn't. So it's just the spin dash and flying. And you can fly until he gets tired. Which makes a lot of these levels really easy. As you can see right there, he got tired, so. But yeah, it's pretty neat. Makes the levels a lot easier to play. And he can also go into special stages and stuff like that. And while he's flying, I think he can damage most enemies just by flying, except in that situation. But yeah, not much showing off with him because, you know, usually you hit the roof of the, or you go past the ceiling of the game and then it's all over. Since this is his playthrough, you may notice, because Amy is actually running around over here when you play as Sonic, and she'll try and hug you and stuff. She will stop right here, though, and kind of admire you. With Tails, you don't have to worry about that. In fact, she doesn't even show up in the fight against Metal Sonic. So, you know, you're just running through, and then when you get to the end, I think you hit a capsule of flowers or something like that. But yeah, fly away with him. Everything's pretty much samey. It's basically just a new way to play through Sonic CD. I enjoy it. I don't think it really adds too much to the game. It's just good for a different perspective. Also, there's no voice acting for him, so yeah, when you get a 1-up, you just get a little chime, and that's it. Oh, I guess I should point out one more thing. If you haven't noticed, there is a timer in the game, or a time counter in this game. In certain games, you only have 10 minutes to get through a level. In this game, you have 10 minutes like normal, but if you stand in one place for like 3 minutes, I want to say, or 3 minutes and 30 seconds, he'll, either Tails or Sonic will jump off the screen saying, well, Sonic will say, "I'm out of here," wave his finger at you, and then he'll jump off the screen and you'll get an instant game over. Followed by that creepy game over music if you're playing the American version of the game. I don't know what Tails does. I don't really care too much to find out. But it's something. I know that in Knuckles Chaotix, if you wait around for too long, Metal Sonic will come around and he'll hurt you or something like that. Basically, it's just a way of telling the player, hey, you need to be playing. But, yeah, pretty neat. Anyway, we'll go ahead and stop there. That's pretty much all I gotta say about this. Overall, I enjoy the game. I think it's probably my second favorite Sonic the Hedgehog game. The only one that would beat it right now would probably be Mania. I don't know, it's kind of hard because both of these are like... they're kind of different entities, if you ask me. I mean, yeah, they all play the same way for the most part. I think that Sonic Mania has, I think it has better options and stuff. Like the new drop dash, I love that move. The only thing this game really introduced was the super peel out, where Sonic would stand in one place and he'd do like a figure 8 with his feet, and then zoom off. In the CD version of the game, that was the best alternative to the spin dash, because in that game, the spin dash was pretty bad. You had to wait till the screen moved over to the right in order for it to actually perform, and it wasn't that practical. With the super peel out, you could do it so much faster and zoom on out. And after you did it, you could just crawl into a ball anyways, so... pretty nifty move. But I think Sonic Mania added a couple, just a little bit more content to itself, to make it stand out as probably the better of the games. Yeah. But this one has a special place in my heart, because first of all, the animation's great. The story is not too complicated. It's just Sonic going and doing his normal thing. And it doesn't... or it kind of takes itself a little bit seriously. But yeah, just very, very fun game. Anyway, at this point I'm pretty much rambling, so... next time, we'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and play probably another Sonic game or something like that. I don't really know. Maybe we'll play, well, Knights just came out on the... or is free this month on Xbox Live Gold. So, maybe I'll play that one. Never beat it. Didn't really get too far in it on the Saturn. Hey, maybe I can show it off on the Saturn. So, I don't expect to beat it anytime soon, but we'll see. Maybe I'll leave a little thing for you guys on Facebook to decide. But until then, you guys have a fantastic night. Thank you all for watching, and peace out.